Alright, so we're gonna go to the next person, DirtyDishes. Also known as... No, that's not him. So this guy, he kind of started the video like 20 seconds late, but whatever. We're gonna have to piece together everything. Oh, we can piece it together here. Mix of golds and silvers. So we're gonna say... I'm gonna make this up. I'm gonna make this up. I'm gonna guess 1845 SR. That's my guess. But already is 100% hook accuracy. That's really great. One enemy hooked, 1 for 1. 5 self-healing. Bronze. There are 2 people better than him at healing. Alright, cool. He plays Roadhog and Pharah. Let's see what this is all about.
My ultimate is charging.
Let's see what this guy does.
My ultimate is charging. My ultimate is charging.
You got one guy pushing from the side. Oh, hook that. All right.
Nice.
Oh, with the drag off.
I don't think so, but I know Lucio got back or enough depending who to talk to.
So far, so good.
I consider that. For in some aspects of it. Mara's ready. I'm just gonna stay back here.
I think he did enough. Oh no, he didn't do enough damage. No, he did. All right, target priority should be Genji, and you whip the shit out of him. You're dead. No, you're not. Oh yeah, you are. Fat ass was still hanging outside the door.
Aiming's overrated.
Really surprised your team didn't take that point, but whatever, it happens. That soldier I feel so bad for. He just kind of stops and shoots.
Tough point, they almost got it. For some reason, I was trying to find him, then he got pulled down.
Good bubble by Winston. So for 1800, was it? Oh man. You're doing fine so far for 1800. Do I ever play with subs? I need to start doing that, but it's hard to find a night right now. I think I'm going to start taking Thursdays off from streaming. But because I got to keep playing Junkrat to get viewers in, and then I have to do user reviews one night, and then I got to do pro reviews another night. It just kind of leaves very few nights for subs. If I was a full-time streamer, I would do it definitely, but it's tough. It's tough right now. Thursday equals scrim days. No, I'm just taking Thursdays off because that's the one day a week I have off. I don't know if I'll actually play Overwatch during it. Okay, perfect. Zarya or Diva's in a like that's actually a priority hook target. Alright, perfect. Yeah, I mean, you hooked her twice. You died. That second hook, that was a little bit willy-nilly, but that's fine. But you took out the Diva twice, so that's fine. It's actually good.
He's attacking me.
There you go. Get that environmental kill. I hate Lucio's.
My ultimate is charging.
Oh, that was a good one.
There you go. Reinhardt, come back. Whoop. I'm dead.
Oh, that was fine play. I mean, I think you accepted your death, and you're like, listen, I might as well hook the Reinhardt, pump up 250 damage into him, and be done with it.
Res almost ready.
My ultimate is ready.
Your actions seem to be fine. Your positioning.
Res ready.
Wait till my ult is ready and then get damage boost me.
Oh, hook that shit.
Now.
Thank you to double. Yeah, Res is
Yeah, put that fucker in timeout.
try tap the point.
So I think it was just so you're playing fine here. It's just that this has been a really big stagger this entire round. I think you yourself are playing just fine.
Ah, aiming's overrated.
I mean, your shots are on point, and your hooks are on point. No, nothing too bad right now. I would say I mean, he is a tank, and he is getting into the middle of things. But Roadhog, can he do that? He can kind of do it. He feeds a little bit.
I mean, if you want to go soldier, you can.
No, I suck with soldier. I mean, they're soldier.
Oh, okay.
Let's see how this changes things. Someone on your team went hog instead. Alright, so, okay. I was about to say I haven't seen concussive usage yet.
There you go.
Restart going. So they got a lot of tanks. In fact, they got Diva Rhine, which really, really sucks for you.
Res almost ready. Res ready. Okay.
So one way to deal with tanks is you have to get to their side. Already you're floating in front of everyone. That's what I'd have to say about this positioning right now. You just... Oh, misclick.
Dear Drunkrat, you know the top, very, very top of the point? The arena?
You kind of you need to pick a flank.
Despise them.
Pick left or right. I don't mean like far right or far left. I just mean like don't nose up. Don't nose up into the middle of combat.
Sorry about that.
So again, like, here's nosing up. Like, you're just in the middle of shit right now. You can get attacked from left, right, and center. Oh, that was a good one.
Raptora systems online. Clearing the area.
Right here, I would stop going main. I would pick another path, because they're destroying you guys' main.
Trying to heal you.
There you go. You get above them. You guys just lost immediately. Damn.
Oh, we tried. We still had some good pushes.
Yeah, that's a hell of a loss. Get out of here, Diva.
Yeah.
Hell of a loss. Go on, Roadhog. I think you're doing fine. Is your positioning? You're doing the same thing. You're actually playing in the same position as both classes. You constantly play like you're, I guess Blizzard would call him an anchor tank. I don't know if I like that word. But you're playing like a, a big boy. Where, you're kind of here, and the rest of your team was kind of over here. But the worst part was your team, or the enemy team, was like this. You constantly got broadsided from all angles. The best advice I ever can give to anyone about fighting, like during combat, pick a side. I don't give a fuck what side. Pick a side. Leave towards the center after you get through that side. Don't go straight up mid and then hope to God you can kill someone on the left side before the right side kills you. It's just bad tactics. It's just bad tactics. You want to put part of the enemy, far away from you. You want to put another part of the enemy closer to you. Kill the closer part and then deal with the farther away part. You don't want to deal with all of the enemy all around you all the time. And that's what kept on happening. The first 2 rounds when you're a Roadhog, you just kept getting surrounded every single time. And then, like, once you're surrounded, you kind of panic and you don't know what to do. That type of stuff. That's what I got to say about positioning. And that was for both. Logistics, I think you're taking the fine way to combat, and your skill usage was fine. So, hook, breathers, because of usage. The Pharah play was rather short. I mean, I only get to saw a couple minutes of it. I think that was fine. I think you have good fundamentals from what I can tell. It's just this nosing up so hard. I actually want to look at it again. We look at each death.
Nice.
Hook the soldier off the edge here.
Did Diva get buffed again?
I don't think so, but I know Lucio got buffed or enough depending who you talk to.
Left.
I consider that. Or in some aspects of it. Mara's ready.
So see how
Let's just say back.
you're running straight into the middle. You're fighting people to your left. There's people coming into the fight on the right. Now, this is what I like. I like shoving them all in one direction and then dealing with them there. That's cool. That's great. But again, you come in through the middle. Yeah, you kill the guy on the right. Kill the guy in the front, and then, yep, you die. That's fine. I think you played things rather well there. I don't think your team follows up correctly, and you die. Like, you can't get in. You get an easy pick. Here. Get that.
At the point, they almost got it.
I just want to see something. I want to see the cooldown usage.
At the point, they almost got it.
Yeah, that was fine. You waited a little bit, but you had to reload, so that's fine.
I tried to point to him, then they got pulled down.
Again, you run straight into the middle. That's where like you're starting to nose up. And then you lose. Here, this is fine because you're with your team. You hooked the perfect target, I would say.
Rain has got to kill it. I just noticed, I think that Rain has to pull the one.
Comes back, or she got her mech back. You hook her again. Get rid of her mech a second time. You could hook the squishy targets, but when a diva gets demech'd, I assume a lot of the time she's dead. Which is a bad assumption, but a lot of the time that happens. This is fine. That fucker, you know, tries Lucio stuff.
My ultimate is charging.
Your right click seemed fine. Yeah, right in the face with that one.
There you go.
Diana's down.
Reinhardt, come back. Whoop.
Then you just get ulted. And ulted again. That seems rather fine.
He was ready.
Wait till my ult's
Now your team finally gets together. You could hook that. Now that's a good hook.
almost ready. Now.
That's the right thing to hook because she's shutting the soldier down with defensive matrix. And you get Genji ulted. No big deal. Oh, you must have got revived.
Yeah, Rose is in.
Put Genji into a corner. Reinhardt almost gets you. You put kind of him into a corner. You could have meleeed him. But at this point, because of Lucio's beat drop, you can't really do much. I'm pretty sure you just die here. Yeah, there's no one left. Oh, you get leveled off the edge.
I mean,
Regerium, so you're out of here? Alright, peace, man. So now you do Pharah.
oh, okay.
These are good shots. But I would like you to either pick up here, right? Because essentially Pharah is invisible up here. If you're right against this wall and you can get behind the Reinhardt shield, they have a really tough time dealing with you. Or you kind of take the far side and you're on the ground so you have some mobility and you just constantly make Reinhardt have his shield turn this way. So your teammates on this ledge or this ledge can shoot behind the Reinhardt shield. But what you do is you sit back here, that's cool. And now you jump into the middle and then turn around. Right, alright, you're still in the middle, you're still in the middle. Passive blast, that's cool. Still in the middle. Right, you still haven't gotten around this Reinhardt shield. You haven't gotten around it or above it. Yet.
There you go.
Flash damage to D.Va to kill the Genji, that's perfect. Against, Pharah sucks against shields. Right? She's slow.
Rose almost ready.
And you're still just kind of sitting in the middle. All the tanks have to do is block forward, and they block you and the rest of your team. So here you just kind of, yeah, you get whacked there.
See what I can do. There's like a soldier camping.
Here you go, you push directly right into the front of their tanks.
My ultimate is charging.
Fuck you. God damn it.
There's a Lucio behind you, there's everyone in front of you. Now there's a Genji around you. You're just constantly getting assaulted from all angles. Where you get charged by Reinhardt. Again, you go the same way that you keep on doing. Come back to help, which is good.
Get on the point.
But then you can't get to the point. There's not a lot to go off of.
More kills than one.
But the only thing I can tell you is positioning. Just because everything was fine. Like, everything, that seemed fine, this seemed fine, that seemed fine. Actually will come in time, especially for 1800. Like, I think you're doing fine. The only big issue I see that if you keep on doing it, you're going to have an issue in the long run is positioning, where you keep nosing up in the middle. What is it that he could have done to avoid the enemy soldier? I mean, nothing. Because the only time the soldier really, I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about when he was Pharah. And the only way to not deal with the soldier on that map, on Lijiang Station or Lijiang Tower, is you take the far side outside, right? Here's the health pack, and you stay on the ground and you shoot while you're on the ground, right? The other way is to take, if the soldier's here, you have to take the wall right above him so that he has the hardest time hitting you and people can't block for him. Like, the problem is that soldier can do anything in this room with ease. Everything's within this 35-meter radius for him to hit, right? He doesn't take fall-off damage. Pretty much if he's right next to that center point in the room, he's going to hit anyone with no fall-off. You can't really avoid the... What was that? The fuck was that, tree? Clear chat. But yeah, this positioning is all I can really talk about. It's hard to comment too much more. All of your other fundamentals seem quite strong. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that one. There's nothing you could have done to avoid the soldier, but I don't think the soldier was his problem on the last map. I mean, he could have tried to flank as Roadhog more, but at 1800, like, going in with your team and just killing people is what you do. If you flank too much, you know, it just comes down to individual skill. You think she should have taken the high ground on the last map, the high ground with a little outcropping? Diva was chilling on it for half of it. But the other half, like, he can try to, but it's the fact that he was too far, like, just in the middle. You have to put all of your enemies on one side of you. It's just what you have to do to make things simple and to work better. If you constantly allow yourself to get surrounded, you're going to do terrible. Yeah, and don't always be worried about killing people. Just pushing people back and allowing your team to move up would be helpful as well. So instead of going through center, you could have went left and helped your team push, right? Clear out everyone from the high ground, push them all on point on the circle. And then maybe you could have overflanked and do something there, or you could have just went up there and then thrust it up. But it really seemed like you weren't allowing your team... You weren't helping your team much as Pharah. You were just kind of being in the middle and deathmatching it out. I think that's it. That's all I got for tonight, too. And it was actually a long review session.